Mike DeWine is calling 2021 the year of recovery from COVID and from the stalled economy. He told me today the glass is finally half full in the fight against coronavirus, but the vaccine rollout is not where he wants it to be.
It's going to be much slower than I want or much slower than anyone else wants, because the amount of vaccine that we're getting and other states getting certainly does not even come close to what the demand is.
On Thursday, local health departments will announce the plan to vaccinate 450,000 Ohioans who are 80 and older. But there will be fewer than 140,000 doses available for them. A slow rollout, even as the governor gets pressure to ease curfews and restrictions, and members of his own party continue to ignore the mask mandate inside the State House. What does that say about their respect for you and your ability to get the legislature to do something that you think is important?
Well, Colleen, I think you're seeing, very sadly, some members of the General Assembly getting the COVID. I think you're seeing more members of the General Assembly wearing masks. So that's nothing that I can directly control. They're a separate branch of government. They make their own decisions.
DeWine, a former congressman and senator, watched in horror the assault on the U.S. Capitol building.
That was an out-of-control mob, and many of the people, some of the people certainly in there, had military training. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were trying to achieve. No one can look at that and not be deeply, deeply troubled by it.
Did you think the president played a role in inciting it?
Well, I think the president's words were very intemperate that day when he spoke, and certainly were not helpful at all. No, not at all. He should not have said those things.
But DeWine also says an effort to impeach the president will just further divide the country at a time when we need to come together.
But what we have in common is a belief in the Constitution, a belief in freedom, and a belief in liberty, and a belief that the Bill of Rights and the First Amendment is exceedingly important. That's what pulls us together. And the more we can remind ourselves of that, the better off the country is going to be.